Yeah.
Or have an
The
open
pen just got
mind.
stuck in my hair. But yes. Cut and edit, yeah.
Village Kids.
Hello, you're listening to the Village Kids podcast, a podcast hosted by four childhood best friends. My name is Erin.
And I'm Annika.
I'm Julia.
No, Marga.
Do you like my new mic, guys?
I love it. I love it.
Today, we're actually going to talk about crushing. Ooh, spicy. Spicy because you guys went to the same school until grade 4. The
Yeah,
three of you. Yeah.
Mhm.
And obviously, in such a small school with just a few choices, lesser guys. How many classrooms do you have? How many
6.
sections do you have? 6 times 40? So you probably only have about 100 guys to choose from between the three of you.
Less.
So
Less.
naturally,
We like the same guy.
We all like the same.
With the
cute
same person.
Oh my gosh.
please
Are we
tell me your
really?
stories. Air out all of your grievances with each other.
We're so over the boy.
What went down?
I would like to preface this by saying that it's not just the three of us that like this boy.
Yeah, I think
Majority
of yeah.
of the girls like this guy. So we
So
weren't
all of
alone.
you fought for him.
There wasn't really a fight. I think it was more of everyone just knew that everyone liked this one person. And I think that added to the attractiveness of this person. Just like, wow, everyone likes this guy. This guy must be so cool. And then I guess in your mind, you just build up this idea of this person. Sometimes it would just be um simple, like saying, "Oh, hi."
I just
Was he
remember having him sign my autograph book.
Julia got the
Gosh.
moves.
Mm,
Who did he write for? Who was your crush, Jules?
Oh, that's
yeah.
Like,
no, that's
What do you
if you
call it? What do you
flip to
call
the
that
back,
again?
Slam book, slam
Slam
book.
books.
book.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
who was it,
That is
Jules?
creepy.
I'm not saying.
What we look for in people has definitely changed. I think not just with the people we find attractive, but also like our friends, just the people you enjoy spending time with. Like it's so different from when we were in kinder to grade school, and obviously that changes the way that you um see people or the people that you'd want to hopefully date.
I feel like when we were younger, it's like if a guy paid attention to you, it would just like you just be a receiver. Like you'd be like, oh, he's paying attention to me. He's flirting with me. Okay. Like kind of cute, kind of that kind of thing. But then when you grow older, suddenly you're like, I gotta think about this for a bit. Like,
Yeah.
do I actually like him or do I just like the attention?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Back in grade school, the people who I crushed on were 100%. It was just their looks. I don't
Face
think I
value,
ever.
face value.
Or the illusion of them.
Or what they were on paper. I think that's where you can think of like, oh, that person was top 10 for that quarter, or
Ooh,
that
you like
person is
smart
like,
guys. Marga had standards as a
That's
child.
good. Yeah. I would say I was completely superficial back in grade school.
Same. I only looked at
Characteristics
like
outside of face value.
the face
Yeah.
before. Like,
really?
as
I
a
don't think I
kid,
ever
dude,
did.
in grade school, I had a new crush every grade.
What?
Because like my school was so big, we had like 13
Yeah.
sections. So like every year you'd get new classmates and you'd be like, ooh,
Mm,
new pond to look into.
mm,
I would say starting maybe when I moved here, if I had a crush on someone, it would mostly then be because of not just looks, but because um either they did like a really kind gesture or I see how they
I
treat
think
other
that's
people
more of
and
how
that's so
I get
attractive. Yeah.
attractive
Yeah.
than to other people.
their
Saying,
heart.
yes, they're
Ooh.
kind.
What are the attributes that you look for in the guys that you crush on these days?
Respect.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's nice. You deserve that. That's like the everyone deserves that.
Yeah.
So ugly there lang. What more? What more?
Annika, don't you have like a whole list?
Stop.
Oh, you
really
know
drunk
what?
this
I
question.
actually have it right here.
God.
Erin took it down.
Going to decide if this will come out on the podcast. I'll play along.
You can bleep out some of the attributes.
Okay, fine.
Gosh, you really have it? The list?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
'cause
it.
she listed it down. Man.
When?
No,
When was
wait, okay,
this?
because I was like, this is a good list. Men in general, take
I
notes.
feel like
I feel for you, Nick.
Okay, let us begin. This one, I agree with. Same wavelength because
Yeah.
you have to understand each other. Like when you talk, sometimes you just know when you're talking to someone who's not on the same wavelength as you. 'Cause like the conversation just
Mhm.
dies down.
yeah,
Right?
or it feels effortful.
Juice. Okay, next is
Yeah.
good listener.
Yeah, that's a given. I
Mhm.
think most people
Mhm.
would agree with that.
Next is naturally funny.
Mm.
I feel like for me, it is an optional.
I would say it's an
Okay.
optional for me just because of the whole I find myself funny, but I'm not actually funny. So like what gives me the audacity to ask for someone to be funny?
I just think
Next.
having some kind of sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
Not being too serious.
Too
It's
dull.
really
Ah,
I thought you
true.
were looking for a guy version of me. I don't think I'm naturally funny.
I think you are. I think
Oh my gosh, thanks.
I
That's
think
what I was waiting
She
for.
just wanted to hear that from you, Annika, and you just gave it to her on a platter.
It's on the list.
Next. Feels no need to be in. Like you're
Mm.
self assured enough to not
Mm.
have to always be cool. Okay,
It's so
yes.
tiring also to keep up with someone like that.
And to not care about what everyone
Yeah.
says.
I feel like if you hang out with someone like too cool for you, you can just feel it.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
It
then
gets
you just
annoying.
feel like you're inadequate in some
Uh-huh.
ways, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
True. Like you have to keep up a facade.
Yeah.
Okay, next is cares about something greater than themselves.
For sure.
That I
That's
agree.
important.
I
Yeah.
I feel
agree.
like there is a general vibe that I'm suddenly getting from this list. Like
We
just
all
somebody
like the
who's
same person.
We're
This
back
is why
to
we
crazy
like this.
people. Full
Guys.
circle.
We all
Yeah.
evolved in the same way.
Yeah.
all of these
Tributes.
attributes they point to someone who's like just generally not narcissistic, like not full of himself.
Like it's not so much themselves,
Mhm.
like characteristics about themselves, but them in reference to other people
I
or
love
how they
that.
act with other people.
Also can't be with someone who's like me. Like, I mean, I don't know how to talk to other people, so I need someone who knows to talk to people
Okay,
to balance me out.
yes. I feel like what Marga said like earlier, how can you ask something from that person when you don't have it
Mm.
yourself?
Yeah.
True as that can be sometimes, like
Yeah.
just osmosis, being around that person will somewhat bring that out of you also.
Yeah. Or help you out.
So, you know that idea or concept of like how you look for things in other people that you don't necessarily have naturally in yourself. Like you're
Mhm.
attractive to people who are slightly better than you,
Mm.
like kinder than you,
Mm.
people who may have like a stronger faith in God, people who may be more confident in like their roles or positions in life, or people are just naturally hardworking.
Yeah.
I think I find those attributes quite attractive as well, just
Yeah.
because there's a lot that I feel I need to still develop or
Same.
grow
Yeah.
into. So
Mhm.
I like also keeping the people around me. I don't know how to put that in a nicer way.
Like something to strive for.
Yeah, and I
That
love being
inspires you.
inspired. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love being inspired by the circle or the by the company that I keep.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not that oh, if you're not great, you're not going to be my friend. It's not
Yeah.
like that.
Why would you
Yeah.
want to be in a relationship where neither of you grow, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
that people don't arrive in your life like fully formed, like 100%. That's them na. They're a
I'm
work in
thirsty.
progress, and so are you.
Mm.
Oh, that's such a great way to put it. Like no one's there yet.
I think it's like
Yeah.
the type of growth that you want to work with.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
um, I feel like taking from what Annika mentioned, if we're all in a work, like we're all in that work in progress. So it's just a more of like what struggle do you want to struggle with. It's like the reality of it is that you have to choose to be with that person
yeah.
regardless of what that person's going through. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's also unfair to be like, oh, you don't want this person to drag you down with whatever's going on in their life. Like I think it's more of a choice whether you
Yeah,
want to also invest in that struggle. And it's not just like you're helping that person get through that struggle, but also you are going to be introducing yourself to that struggle by being there for that person. I think those are things. So it could be personal, it could be family, it could be like literally anything under the sun.
actually, being at the other end of that situation, it was hard for me to like, okay, in the past, like if I was going through stuff, I didn't want to date because I didn't want anyone to be like, I don't want to burden anyone.
Mm,
So it was really hard for me also, like when they tell me, no, no, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, you don't know what you're dealing with. How can you actually like commit to that?
mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
so, but I don't know. I guess there's really good people out there.
Next, has plans yet openly shares uncertainty.
For me, that's not so much like someone, a quality that I'm looking that's like the opposite in me, but that's something that I think is very like very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
So openly share my struggles and whatever I'm unsure about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like having a plan but also being unsure about it can like both coexist.
Like you need someone
Yeah.
who's vulnerable as well.
Exactly. Vulnerability. That
Mm.
I think
Mm,
that should be on the list if it's not already.
that's a good
You look
one.
puzzled.
No, I just built up this image now of Annika's type. It's like
And
this
what is it?
boy next door best friend type who's like down to earth, but also pretty perfect, but like not too perfect, kind of flawed, but still pretty up there.
Love it.
Next is patient and present.
Yeah,
Mm,
Speaks
as
for
well.
itself.
Next, okay, this is the last one, but is the most important.
Mm.
Would you say
Who's
it is a
this?
deal breaker, Annika? Shows up and is
Oh.
earnest.
I
Oh
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I
That's like so
not the
good.
one that it's a deal breaker, but I feel like there are degrees to this. Extreme end would be an ass kisser.
Yeah.
Um, and you don't want someone like that naman rin, where it's like very obvious that
Mm.
they have an agenda.
Yeah.
I just want
Yeah.
something more natural that like you understand. It's like
Mhm.
a show of respect, I guess. Like what Julie
Yeah.
was saying
Mm,
earlier. Whether it's like to friends or to family or to anyone in my life,
Yeah.
to
Same,
yeah.
same,
have like
same.
interest in people
Yeah.
who are important to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same. I think I can't be with someone who doesn't do that as well. Like, I don't want to be stressed about that.
Yeah. Feel also just being Filipino and knowing how close family is to
Like Asians in
you.
general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, family is such a big part about Asian culture. And I
Mm.
guess part of that is also just the whole idea of wanting to let your family know that you're going to be okay. So that comes with the company you keep, the people who you'll date. Like they just want what's best for you. And so if this person, really likes you or loves you even, they need to understand that how your family feels about your relationship
Yeah. Yeah.
matters.
I have a
I
side
hear it.
question
Go.
related to family and crushes.
Okay.
Do you ever tell your family about your crushes?
I remember my mom saw my YM
Oh
and it
my
was a
gosh,
message from Julia. It was a
Oh.
message
Oh
from
my
Julia.
god.
She was
What
like,
did I
I saw that you were looking at while praying. I think she was explaining to me, I know, it's okay if you like him. I think I like.
Oh my god. Of course you're like the bad guy.
this this was grade 3, okay? And then my mom, she saw the message and then she was just like, do you like someone?
What?
When I was watching Gilmore Girls, like they talk about everything, right? I was like,
Yeah.
what? How? Do you, Jules, talk about crushes with your family, with your sisters?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
We're
my
pretty
gosh.
close. Our family's like pretty close.
With all of your family, you talk about your crushes with all of them?
No naman, not all. No, it's not like the serious. It's like, oh my gosh, he's cute. It's
Oh,
like
okay,
something like
I
that
do
lang.
that with my
Or
sister.
like,
Like,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, but
But
no,
when it
like,
comes to real people,
no, when it comes to real people, it's still the same for us. Like we really tell each other, like, oh, he's cute. You should go for it. But usually when it's super like serious na like someone like an ex or something. Usually no wait, do I? No, I don't think I do. I just tell my sister
how many years apart are you?
5, but it seems
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm
With
the
Danielle?
older. Yeah, but I look
What?
older than her. Yeah, 5 years. But I don't know. Maybe yeah, because we've been like roommates for most of our lives. Like we wanted to kill each other at one point, but now we're good. She's I.
Okay, picking up from the attributes. What
Yeah.
about you, Marga and Jules?
I think my list of attributes would honestly be really short because I can't really tell what my type is, but I think it's a lot to do with the way I meet a person.
Mm,
Um, just more of, I guess, wavelength though. If
mhm,
you were to like put it into um one of the lists that was brought, it would be wavelength, and then it kind of builds on that of
mhm,
how kind the person is, um and just how much I get along with that person. It's so important to me to have a friend in that person.
mm,
And I didn't actually think it was that big of a deal before until um I met the person I'm dating now. I think I really found a friend in that person. The things that we both liked, I think the similarities in how we were brought up, obviously there's so much to bond over. Honestly, the person that I'm dating, we're so different, I guess, in personality. But I've also learned to appreciate that. So I think similar when I look at my friends, we're not the same person. Like we have similarities, but you guys, like you have so many things um in your personalities that I love, that I'm constantly inspired about. And I think that's also something that I look for, something in a person that just um makes me want to get to know you more. And that's
yeah.
like a lifelong thing for me.
It's just a vibe
Yeah,
Mm,
it's a vibe.
that you get from like that person. You just
Yeah.
know.
And you ride on that
Mm.
vibe.
Yeah.
What about you,
It's hard to
Jules?
put to words.
yeah.
Mm,
Um,
Um, like what I said, respect,
mm,
knows how to get along with my friends and family. Yeah, I feel like I I get attracted to someone who knows how to have fun.
mm,
Like not always so serious. Because I feel like I'm a more serious person.
you
Need
want someone who brings
someone,
Mm,
out the fun in you.
yeah.
yeah, or to just
Ooh.
balance me out. Just a fun company.
Yeah.
Like someone I could spend like literally have nothing planned for the day, but we make the best of it. I don't know, like someone
I
to
like
just
that. Yeah.
ride the waves
Spontaneous.
of life.
Someone
Like
who
not
can
someone who's
complete
like
you.
not someone who's like the life of the party, but someone
Yeah,
who'll make any situation you're in
better.
I would
enjoyable.
argue that
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
to
Nice.
complete her, but rather it's more of she's like complete in herself of like
Oh.
progress. It's someone who would add a little more
Compliment.
spice. Yeah, yeah, compliment.
Compliment.
It's not
Yeah.
like she ain't the full frappuccino on her own, but sometimes
Yeah,
you could
of
have someone.
course. I'm
No,
not out
yeah.
here trying to say she only half a glass.
But then sometimes you would like some spruce in, like
I like that. Julia is the best frappuccino. She is a
yeah,
full frappuccino.
she's a full.
What about you, Eric?
I feel like same as Marga in that when I meet someone that I like, I just know. Cause like I don't know, it's just a feeling. I don't have check boxes, but I agree with like the stuff that you guys said. It's just
Yeah.
that when it presents itself in a package, like I don't
Mm.
know, is it wrapped nicely or does it look kind of sketch? You just know.
What everyone mentioned, it's so uh I guess telling that we just really want to find good people in a sense to surround ourselves. It's not just what we look for in the person we want to date, but rather the company that we keep. What's really cool about it is just seeing how the way we appreciate people as wholes has definitely changed. We don't just take things at face value anymore. It actually goes a lot deeper than that. You can just really see how the things that they look for in people are so genuine and they just want to find like best friends in life. I hope you enjoyed that. Please stay tuned for our next podcasts and YouTube. Definitely have a lot coming in for you guys. So be sure to wait for those. And so, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.